how many new businesses do you think started?
So many.
Like, it's such a big year for entrepreneurship.
So many. I feel like too many.
Yeah, yeah.
Too many. A bunch of people need to shut down their construction businesses and go back to working for other people.
Bro.
And I'm not saying that as like an asshole thing.
No, dude.
It's just like there's too much shit to do and there's nobody to do it.
What?
Oh, man. I'm going to hold on to it.
Okay.
I'm hanging in there.
Something about Andrew's laugh that gets you a little nervous, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I think
So hit the subscribe button and the like button. Share us with a friend. I swear to God, like there should be 100 shares per episode.
Yeah.
These
Run them up.
unpaying people. It's fine though. We got Tyler back here for a second time, and nothing was inappropriately said that required us to not put the podcast up.
Mm-hmm.
But the podcast never made it up.
Just never did, bro.
It just never got up. Like it was a horse that tried to jump the fence and didn't.
It just didn't. Yeah.
It was just like, you know, some might say it was like a small horse. And this is a big horse, and we'll get over the fence this episode.
You got a bigger horse.
Clydesdale, baby.
But like, really, if you're thinking about it, we straight up like recorded an entire episode, like
Hour and a half.
Dude, we
went deep.
We went deep, but like, no, think about it. We were like a couple 14-year-old kids, like with headphones on and microphones, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was absolutely like because we didn't. Well, oh shit, we told everybody what happened.
I don't give a fuck.
It's like my son talking on a phone that's turned off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm taking these deals, dude. That's basically what we did.
Yeah, that was us.
We'll
we
just,
made pretend.
We'll just start tricking people into coming in here and just like not doing podcasts.
Yeah.
Just be like, you want to come on the podcast? And be like, tricked you.
Tricked you.
Never hit record.
It's a big old prank.
Boy.
An hour and a half wasted.
But honestly, we got up into the hundreds of episodes.
Yeah, has that happened before?
No. It's never happened before.
And
now we got redundancies.
Yeah.
We got stacks on stacks.
Stack attack.
SD cards on SD cards. Got one here, one there.
Yeah.
One over here. Got this dangly blue thing back here.
Yes.
I don't know what that does.
So is that Gilmar's responsibility, technically?
Yeah.
Did you get your lashes, bro?
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, it's just we have to record an episode again.
Yeah.
That's enough. He's just like watching this like noiseless episode. He watched it in silence. Did you try and edit it in silence?
Bro, I legit clicked on it, right? And then I was like, I hear no sound. And then I checked the sound and my volume was down. So I thought that was it. And I put it up and nah.
Dude, we should have dubbed the whole thing again, Andrew.
We
should have tried to dub
We
the
should
hour
sit
and a
here,
half.
watch it, and just dub it over.
Why didn't we do that?
I think what I said here was, I still have the file.
Oh my God. Just like try and just like be like, and this was the point right here where we were going to talk about Creepdom.
Crypto.
And we lost the joke forever.
It's gone.
It's gone. But if we dubbed over it, the problem is somebody will accidentally put on like a Chinese accent. And then look at me. Look at my beard. I do look like a Master Splinter.
It's looking strong, dude.
John always says that.
You like Master Splinter?
Yeah. Who knows what I'm saying right now?
I want to know what Gilmar looks like with a beard.
Just like a deep
You got
beard.
proof, bro? You got pics?
Of me and a beard?
You ever gone for it?
Maybe, but
I want to know.
maybe, but it's not a good beard.
You ever
wasn't the
gone
question,
for
bro.
it? All right, well, we forgot to introduce Tyler because this is his second time within a week of being here.
Yeah, true.
So this is Tyler, mortgage connoisseur,
That's fair.
loan expert.
Slinging that house money.
Yeah, house money.
That's our new thing.
Yeah,
That's money. Shout out.
New Jersey MPA.
Yeah, 33 states, actually.
33 states.
We've gotten my favorites when people ask if I can lend out of country. I'm like, dude.
He can lend out of country.
Yeah, man, buy Creepdom.
Like, I had people go on
Creepto.
vacation like the Bahamas. Like, can you lend here? I'm like, dude, no, dude. Cool if I could.
Sorry.
So we already talked about him being loans and mortgages and stuff, and you know, that stuff's cool and all. But if you want mortgages, loans, and information and stuff, go find Tyler, and that's what it is.
Yeah, boy.
And we're gonna lose that entire episode.
But the thing is, no one knows that though.
We didn't talk to any. We hardly talked any mortgage and stuff.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we hardly talked any mortgage.
We
stuff.
did tell an incriminating story.
Oh yeah.
Post podcast, post episode.
Yeah, we told some stuff. There were some things in there.
I could dabble on that, but yeah.
We get in there.
I floated on
But
that
I
one
feel
a
like the
little long.
mortgages and the ups and downs and the rates and the zips and the urine tests and things like that. It's really not worth it. It was pretty funny in the moment, but I don't think it would carry on a second episode going into the same stuff again.
It's hard to repeat.
Not needed.
Yeah. So anyway, right off the bat, how much money do you make? So-
Yeah, boy. Yeah, Rambo, you're like stuck in here on my foot, dude. Get out of here.
He's locked in.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. Oh, he's a dirty boy. We
Yeah.
got him all over the excavators and stuff.
Oh
earlier.
yeah, we did, bro.
Oh man, I got dog hair everywhere. Anyway, we got Tyler here. We'll get into it first. I guess, did you watch the fights, or were you at or were you loaning house money?
No, I did. I did go to Buddy's for that. It's kind of deep, dude. It was like a 45-minute drive to my buddy's house. I didn't get home pretty late that night. But
Jeez.
dude, did you see on the early card? I don't remember the dude's name.
He's like, oh my foot.
Dude, he will not move.
Come on. All right, well, fine. Stay there then. It was a great fight night.
It was.
It was
Right there, Chris Barnett. Chris Barnett's wheel kick.
Oh yeah, that
My
shit was
lord.
crazy.
the fights are starting to get. I don't think I hear everybody trying to get the extra weight classes put in there, but I don't know if there would be as much exciting fights as there are consistently if there were more weight classes like there are in boxing.
Right.
But this wheel kick is sick.
Dude, all I could think about.
If you're not watching us, then
Boom.
Dude, imagine that on like someone my size. First off, it would have gone over my head, but imagine that connecting, dude, because he hit a huge dude with that.
do it again.
Do it again.
I don't even know how you got that. Like,
Jeez.
Dude, and that was that dude's last fight, the dude that got knocked out. It's quite a way to go out.
Switched feet.
that's good for him. That was an insane thing.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Holy fuck.
I missed that live, man. Those early fights always have some good action if you catch them.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of the early fights. I was at a wedding and shit, so.
It was actually a decent betting night for me.
But what I will say is I said Usman
Mm-hmm.
would knock him out with a head kick in the third. And Gilmore was like, yo, Usman doesn't really throw kicks.
Yeah.
How many kicks did
He
my
said
boy-
that. I
Who
didn't
said
say
that?
that.
Yeah.
Tyler
How
said
many head kicks did my guy throw? A lot of head
Yeah,
kicks.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He did throw some head kicks. Let's hear it.
Total strikes.
Dude, Colby won a lot of fans that night, dude.
I don't know. Let's see what we got. Can we look at kicks?
Shows
Just go to strikes and then go. See if you can click on strikes like above.
right here.
No, go up again. Yeah, like see if we can click on the total strikes. No, can't click on any of that stuff.
Dang.
For what we pay, UFC can't get more interactive.
Go up a little bit, dude, right above. Just right there. Leg? Nah, that's just where
So
they
let's
hit.
just click it.
That's just where they hit it.
Let's see what we got.
So that's just where the strikes landed and not what they threw.
Yeah.
Damn. We could rewatch it and just count.
Yeah, right.
Do it
Copyright.
Yeah, I don't know. If we didn't show it, we just started counting. I love how his name's the Nigerian Nightmare.
Dude, what about that Gaethje fight, dude? That Gaethje Chandler fight is definitely a contender for fight of the year, dude. I'm not saying it is, but
I don't think so.
it's got to be in the conversation.
You think so?
Dude, they both rocked each other multiple times. You
Yeah,
had money
but
on that fight, you were definitely like edge of your seat kind of thing. I was. Not that I had a ton of money on it, but I was like,
you think so?
yeah.
No.
It's only one knockdown.
That
All
doesn't
right,
tell
let's
the whole
look at the
story,
stats.
dude.
Yeah, okay.
Let's look at the stats by target. Well, you're moving too fast.
Well, speed up, boy.
83-7-26 to 66-28-11. Look how many more leg kicks. Double the leg kicks and almost 20% more head strikes. That's an increase there, buddy.
It's crazy.
That's a beat down for Chandler.
That was a banger.
Yeah.
Let's see what the other stats are. Yeah, I think Justin Gaethje, I think it was a tough fight, but I don't think Justin Gaethje didn't lose his composure one time in that entire fight. Whereas, like, Michael Chandler was just, like, going for it. And Justin Gaethje, I think, has 4-inch reach on Michael Chandler. So, like...
That's fair. He definitely took some damage.
Yeah, well, that's a Justin Gaethje move.
Yeah,
if like any fight where he gets into that he doesn't get beat up.
Dude, his coach, Trevor Whitman, with the 3 out of 3.
Look at Michael Chandler. No homo. His body is chiseled.
Oh, yeah, that shit's...
Dude's good looking.
It's unreal.
Hey, look at that look. He's
Peak
like, what's
physical
up? He doesn't look American in that. He's #blessed. But he doesn't look American in this picture. I don't know what he is. He definitely looks like he's the Israeli dude who sells perfume at the mall. It's like, you just want to smell this?
My friend, come here.
Come here, my friend.
Super tight pants.
My
the
friend.
V-neck.
Yeah, super tight pants.
My friend, you smell this? You try this.
Half off right now.
You smell better. Doesn't he look like that? Look doesn't look like
100%.
I'm ready to fight right now. That doesn't say that to me.
The more I stare at it, the more
Oh my
I get.
It's like I'm going to try to steal your woman, but I'm only 5'4".
Give me your ass.
Dude, did you see that Frankie Edgar just get his jaw pushed through the top of his head from that front kick?
It just hurts. I definitely Cheeto Vera. He's see, like, that looks like a dude that's ready to murder you. Like Cheeto Vera's picture, he's just like,
His
hey.
eyes are
He's
unnerving,
like, hey.
dude.
He's like,
that.
you can take it or leave it.
He looks like Charles Manson.
I'll cut you up. He does kind of look like Charles Manson. See, he's reincarnated.
Bro.
And then you got Frankie Edgar, who's like, dude, I got some back issues. I got a bunch of things to pay for.
Yeah, dude.
I got a bunch of things to pay for.
Frankie's looking a little old there, man.
He's definitely old. I think he's 40.
Yes, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, I think
I'm pretty sure he's
even.
40
Yeah.
years old. He's been fighting since Brendan Schaub was fighting.
Damn. Hang it up, Frankie.
It wasn't like a terrible fight for him. Just he got lights out, dude. That Anderson Silva kick. Brutal.
Yeah, he wasn't as his fight wasn't as like well timed as he would have liked. Cheeto Vera was very patient and very waited him out.
Look at that thumbnail, dude. Looks like a Halloween mask.
Yeah. Fuck.
Is that what it looked like? Shit.
When you stop it, yeah, man. Look at that.
Eek. 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 Yeah.
Look at his mouth.
Boy.
Do they show it or not? Probably
Man,
not.
look at this gangster music. It's like, let's fight to make money.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at
they
me getting
might.
here. Wabba.
Oh.
Dude.
Wabba. Right on the button, dude. I lost that bet.
Yeah.
That loss right there messed up a really big parlay. Not mad about it,
Dude,
though.
especially because he would have been
Mad
the
about it.
underdog, so those parlay bets must have been, the odds on that one must have been sick.
Damn. All right. Well, ouch.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
We move along with our lives.
Yeah. and,
You got kicked in the face.
and you went to the hospital.
Then we had like the Shane Burgers. That
That was a good one.
Yeah, Shane's a better boxer.
Mhm.
He came in ready to box.
Jeez.
And Billy was like, I'm gonna do jiu-jitsu, but not do jiu-jitsu at all and just try and box with this dude. And he just got pieced up.
Dude, how many total strikes do they have on that
That's a
Gaethje fight
shit.
compared to these?
Yeah, that guy, that's what
Round
I'm
to a-
saying. It
yeah,
just
to a
turned into
three-rounder,
like
dude.
a boom boom.
Let's see.
Shane Burgos was just literally throwing like a left-right combo.
Yeah, they were both 3-rounders, so. Damn, though.
Damn, they
More
really
than twice the amount.
they went off. 192 significant
okay.
strikes. Jesus.
A little under twice.
And then the Rose Namagunas.
Nama Yunus and Whaley.
That went. That went different than I thought it was gonna.
It's a funny thing is her name is Zhang Weili. Did you know that?
So it's backwards,
Dude,
right?
I'm afraid to say it because I never know the right order.
Yeah, because it's
So her
like
last
in
name-
China, it's the first last name first. Like I don't know what the ruling is, but I heard them talking about her a bunch of times, and I was like, I asked my wife, I was like, what the? Why do they keep messing her name up? She's like, no, that's how they say it. That's like back. It's not backwards. It's like the proper way in Chinese. Don't quote me on that. Let's quote it. Let's see let's see how stupid I am.
That was kind of interesting because she outstruck Rose. Still lost the decision.
Yeah.
Just in volume, I guess, not accuracy and shit. And meaningful.
Yeah, because you
That's
can get
landed.
more touches, and that's the problem with the points game. Is if like you fight as a defensive fighter, you in some instances you have to finish because whatever sport you're fighting in, like you might be down in
Losing on the
points,
card, right?
but you dealt more damage. Like they don't necessarily go off of damage.
Right. And that's how some dudes are, too, where they'll drop the first round or two and try to feel out the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
In English, Chinese people, except for those traveling or living outside of China, really reverse their names to the Western naming order, given name then family name. So Gilmar Tobar.
Tobar Gilmar.
Tobar Gilmar. It's kind of gangster. Western publications usually preserve the Chinese naming order with the family name first, followed by the given name. It makes you think, how many Chinese people do you know that you probably are calling by the wrong name? I probably went to college with a bunch of them that they were just on the roster as the name. I wonder. It makes you think.
So I'm a quarter Chinese. You knew that, Gilmar?
Yeah, I kind of knew that.
My mom's half. Grew up in Singapore. Look at
What
it,
the?
holding it.
First of,
Not sure
first of,
if it's for real. It is for real.
no.
It is.
No, there's the way he said it was just like the dude that just like one-ups you at the party. You know what I'm saying?
Not
It's just
my
be like,
intention.
oh, dude, I just got back from China. And Tyler's just like, somebody say China? He like looks around and is like, what? What?
Funny you should mention
Like,
that.
funny you should mention that. I went to China once when I was born. I flew over China. I'd be like, what? Be like, I'm from Singapore, bro.
Yeah, it was a layover.
I'm 1/8 Native American.
Growing up, I had blue eyes and I had blonde hair when I was a kid until I was like maybe, I don't know, 9 or something. So when my mom would take me
Until
out-
you transformed.
Exactly. Everybody thought my mom was like my nanny when they saw us in public. Couldn't believe it was my actual mom.
Good for her.
Real facts.
I mean, there's kind of a story like that I've read before. It's I forget what the book's called. It's called The Bible. There's this dude, his name is Jesus, and his mom wasn't even his mom was a virgin. So like your mom's you might be the third coming
I did.
or second coming. We don't know how many disciples of God have come
Yeah,
here.
we don't know how many
Technically,
comings.
Jesus was it, but there's other people arguing about it. And stuff.
Yeah, we don't know how many
Got
comings.
Muhammad in there.
Yeah, how often they come in? Who knows?
I don't know, but we've got a real guy from 25%.
It's Chinese because Singapore was like a colony. It was occupied by the British, I think, for a period. So,
So we got a real Chinese guy in here.
Yeah, whoa.
Whoa.
authentic, bro. Authentic.
Authentic Chinese over here.
How do you feel about what your people are doing to our country?
Not good.
Right.
I like how I just got the banner put on my back, dude.
Right.
I don't even speak the
Well,
language.
you just like come out. You just come out and you're like, just so happens.
It's
you
true.
know.
I gotta live and die by
I'm-
that.
I'm the-
Yeah, you brought it up.
I'm 25%
That's true, dude.
promised people.
it's true.
What, Tyler? I'm my mom's from Singapore, technically Chinese, dude. Promise one. You know what he's doing? He's a smart man. He's a
Smart
smart man. He's a smart man.
Oh, boy.
We're checking a real operator right here, Gilmar. And the reason being is he is seeing the imminent Chinese takeover. And he's just like getting it out there public on like a well-known publication. Like this is up and coming, #1 podcast in Buckingham.
Yep.
So straight up, he just wants the world to know that like when they come, He'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be spared.
He'll be all right. Dude, he'll just like lift his hand up in there. They'll be like, "Who's got something to say?" And he's just like, "Me, dude." Three fingers up. They'll be like, "What do you got to say, Boy Scout?"
Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Whaley with the Boy Scout haircut.
Behind him. Yeah, you guys kind of look alike.
Whoa, bro. You and Whaley are cousins.
Yeah, dude.
We gotta get familiar right there.
We gotta get whoa.
The shoulders.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah. Well, I
Shoot, take my head
definitely
off.
should have prefaced that.
Yeah, look, side by side.
Which you don't
comparison
think
right
you
here.
could beat her up? How tall is she? Let's see what
how
the
much-
stats are.
How much do they weigh?
You got to hit her with a good front kick.
Is it $115 or something like that?
Wait, they don't show height and weight here.
Just the results.
Oh,
Let's
wait.
click on Whaley. What's her name? What's her like specialty name? Her fight name or whatever. Magnum?
I've never heard that.
Magnum.
I've never heard that. Is that why she's always like she does the fake guns and we're all like, "Are you doing a shotgun? You got your thumbs up?
Yeah, what is
Are you
that?
doing a revolver shotgun?" I don't know.
Yeah,
What's her stats?
What's straw weight? Is it $115?
Yeah. There's a strawweight division. See, that's not good type. That was hard to read.
I don't know, dude. This is a different question. If it's you've got some experience. I have no experience, no combat experience.
I would hit her with the 9mm from 10 feet. I'm not fighting her. No way.
I'm not fighting her. Yeah, I wouldn't either.
All I'm saying
maybe
is, no, you could grapple
just
up and
in boxing.
You could tap him though.
Maybe just in like just boxing, I could hang. But once we got into the wrestling, I feel like she does a lot of jujitsu.
Oh, you're taking away? I thought that was gonna be your strength, dude.
I mean, she doesn't weigh that much too, so I could just fucking slam
That's what I'm
her.
saying, dude.
Just pick her up and just keep slamming.
I'm more concerned with their chin. There's no way I have a chin.
Bro, how the fuck?
I'm coming out with a body shot, just straight jab to the whole chest,
Gilmar's getting deeper into the
There's
roster,
way
dude.
too many.
setting the distance. and
Who
you hit
who
the
are
kick.
all these
That's
girls?
what
I've
I'm
never.
saying,
You
dude.
don't know any of these tricks?
No, dude. Do you?
No, I
Mackenzie
don't.
Dern's a badass.
I don't. Look,
I
yo,
like the names,
Alexis,
dude.
yo, go back up. Alexis.
Oh, this
man.
it's the big girl.
Yo,
huh?
what is your hold on?
No, look
Click
at the
on
name,
Alexis.
dude.
Click on
Read the-
Alexis.
the
Click on
nickname.
Alexis and pause for a second. Tyler, what's this other 75% of your ethnicity? Is that what the right thing? Ethnicity.
That was right.
ethnic background? I guess.
Ethnic
I
background.
don't know.
We'll get canceled for this.
It's fine.
Straight.
You might be scroll up to this girl.
Whoever's
you might
on
be
the
you might be some
Mayflower, dude.
Alexis.
Some sneaky zebra
Look at that dude.
in
Look
the
at
blood.
Look at that face. Look at that nose, dude. That you guys are like. Look at that trap. Everything.
I like how we're just saying I'm parts of all the female fighters.
You're
Not a single-
Alexis.
not a
You're
single
like
badass,
you're
you know.
Alexis Zhang. No, she's a former fighter. Only had 7 fights.
She doesn't fight anymore. Oh yeah.
It
fine.
literally says there, dude.
Oh, true.
Oh my god, dude.
Sneaky zebra, dude.
Yeah. How do you get that
Where
nickname?
did that come from?
I mean, she looks like a zebra.
Oh, great. Height is in fucking
69.
yeah. That's convenient.
Hold on. Where's my phone? I don't know where it is.
It's 5'9".
Sorry. Well, it's 69. It's 69 inches.
I would assume it is.
5'9".
Yeah.
69 centimeters would not be very tall.
Not at all.
Not at all. Did you see how confident he hit me with that? Not at all, dude.
Yeah, man.
To the grave.
Gotta
Any-
let him know.
Yeah, so let's go out there and see what other kind of fighters we've never heard of. Let's match your fighters up against my fighters. Let's all pick a fighter here.
Izzy. Say no.
No. We should do real talk though. My family room set up for the watching of the what's the movie? Come on, what's the movie?
What movie, dude?
The game.
Plug it in.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. The game. Did you watch it?
Mm-hmm.
We might. So we'll have like.
Are we recreating the game? Or
No, we should watch the game, and then talk about it while we're watching it.
Way down.
Oh, jeez.
See, look at her hair, dude.
High Bay China, fighting style Muay Thai. All right, never mind.
So, yeah,
she probably couldn't. She probably pieced me up.
$115.
You just have to stay outside her shin kicks.
Dude, it's crazy. I weigh like
It's like jumping rope.
60 pounds more than her. And I don't consider myself a...
But would you consider yourself a specimen? Because she is. She's probably walking around at 130, dude. She probably cuts to 115. She's probably a brick shit house. You'd get in there. You could get in there, and it would be like... you would run away.
I wouldn't stand a chance.
You know what I would do? What's it called when the anime kids run with their fists behind them?
That Naruto run.
The Naruto run, yeah.
Oh. First off, how did you both know what that was called?
Because that was a
You
huge
knew it too.
meme.
You just didn't remember the name of it.
Bro, I was like, huge meme. What do you mean?
Yeah, I knew what the nerdy ass action was, but I didn't know what it was called. Something Naruto run.
I don't know how. I never even watched the show.
I never watched the show either.
Yeah.
What the show's called? Naruto.
Naruto, yeah.
It's about some dude or something. What's up?
It's about some dude, yeah.
What's up?
Dude,
Yo, what's good? With this?
so I would Naruto run straight, my forehead straight into her face.
There you go.
She would be stunned.
Perfectly legal.
She would not be ready for it. Oh my god!
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I've seen. Oh man, when did this cartoon come out? Because I saw kids in high school.
What is the comment of this really works in what application?
They argue on Reddit whether or not this actually works.
It makes you more aerodynamic. Like
Film 3 Naruto run is the best run.
Click it. Yes. Yes.
Fucking doubt
14-minute
Yes.
video. Watch.
I'll
every
get
minute.
I'll get a copyright flag for just to hear this.
500 episodes spanning over 5 years. You can wear a mask for a few darn months.
Wait, go back to the beginning of that. Let's hear that dumbass.
And remember, kids, Kakashi wore his mask for 500 episodes spanning over 5 years. You can wear a mask for a few darn months.
Pause. Is this for kids to watch? Is this kids safe?
I want Andrew. To
I would imagine it is.
This clown ass motherfucker.
It definitely.
Listen, kids. Naruto, who's a cartoon, wore his mask for 5 years. This is so upsetting. Let's keep going.
Someone said that aged well.
That aged well.
I do have a
Let's
question.
read the comments.
Afterward, I want to circle back on about.
Let's see anything good here. You can wear a mask for a few darn months. That aged well. We just read the one. There was one up above that. I think I saw. So go a little bit more.
This one?
Yeah, it was Kakashi wore a mask for 5 years. Me, he literally wore a mask his whole life. That girl, like it up, dudes.
No, I was gonna tell me to sign in.
Let's go. Hit it. Let's see what this guy.
We get to spend all of them coming more or less to the conclusion that the run is not only less effective, but also potentially dangerous to high-performance athletes. I, on the other hand,
Oh, yeah, no
disagree.
shit.
It's my
All right,
fear-
pause it. Pause it. Will you guys venture down the road with me?
Are we doing this for a month? Are we committing?
No. Google or YouTube search Naruto run accidents.
It's got to be a face plant in there.
Who's dying here?
There's a whole
Naruto run
compilation,
fails.
too.
Oh my god, let's watch it, dude.
I
Oh my
fucking,
god. I'm so sorry for our listeners.
I'm mad you fucking.
But I gotta see this. I gotta see this.
Oh, fucking dead.
All right, let's
I don't know
fast
how we
forward.
got here, but I'm here for it, baby.
This video only ends with comedy and entertainment. No own. That didn't translate well.
No,
Yo no soy dueño del material audiovisual ni audio video. It's like, what the fuck? It's like you literally just didn't translate 2 words in there that have Spanish words.
no, that's how you say it though.
No,
Yeah,
they don't want to have that.
yeah. Wait, audiovisual. Yeah, audiovisual ni auditivo. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yo solo.
me encargo de la edición. I'm only in charge of the. Of course, the translation's right there. Why am I trying to translate?
Didn't that sound good in Spanish right then?
that was authentic right there.
I know. I do good Spanish.
Yeah, I'm a quarter Guatemalan. All right.
Whoa.
Fuck, man.
That was dirty, dude.
yeah.
You just
No, I don't want to play music. Oh.
All right, let's get to the one where somebody falls off a cliff or something.
Yeah, that wasn't
It's
too
gotta be a
bad. It's
face
just a
plant.
fucking
If that's what
little
they
kid.
lead with, this isn't good.
Yeah, it's just a little kid tripping.
Yeah. Let's,
I need something more violent. Oh,
here we go. We got some
He called himself.
Tyler's cousins.
What have I set myself up for?
Oh shit.
Oh my god. All right.
So
Anyway.
Anyway.
Look up Naruto run fails if you want to learn more.
Yeah.
Anyway,
If you want to learn more.
have you ever been to Singapore?
Yeah. Yeah, once when I was 17.
Yeah, how'd that go?
25-hour flight. It's like one of the only few times I've been out of the country. It's crazy there, man. It's like one of the safest countries in the world.
It's like very technologically advanced.
Yeah, it's a big. The whole country's the size of Philly, and from what I can remember, there's a tax on owning a car there because the country's so small and densely populated. They discourage people from owning cars, so you have to pay like a 300% tax to own a car. So you see just a normal car that's like $25,000 here, and it's like 75 there.
Dang, dude.
And
Just balling out. So if you have a really
Yes.
sick car, you must be.
yeah, exactly. So I'd see like R8s there when they first came out, and I was like, damn, dude, that's some power money. But
That guy must have some crypto.
that was the one. That was the one place I visited where the humidity, like when you step outside, you just start sweating instantly. I've never experienced that before in my life. I don't know how people get used to that. Like, just
Did
as
you
soon as
see any
go
like
outside.
jungle apes or anything like that? Look
No,
up
dude, actually,
Singapore
they
on the
do
map.
have some people in
Yeah.
neighborhoods, dude. They got monkeys in the backyard and stuff. Get a little mischievous.
What, like monkeys like in the trees, like they keep them as pets, or they have like
No,
monkeys?
dude, like wild monkeys. Like, well, you got deer here.
That's interesting.
What-
So you always got to keep a blade on you.
That would do the trick. A little machete,
A little machete.
Machete.
Dude, Gilmar, put in Singapore. I think it's Sands Casino.
Is this where the monkey attacks go down?
This was erected after I
Oh, erected. What are
Over
we
there.
talking about?
I was gonna say.
Sensing a theme, baby.
Hey,
I was
yo.
gonna say.
See if you can get like a picture of the exterior, dude. It's pretty crazy.
We're gonna flag them on the use of erection.
Oh, no. I don't want to be inside, bro. I want to be
Yeah, dude,
outside.
you're lost.
Take
you're
my
lost in the
Google.
meta right now,
yeah,
bro.
dude, we're in the metaverse.
Yeah, we
You
outside,
suck.
bro.
Get out of here.
Whoa,
Wow.
what the? Wow.
We're going back inside again. We're in the weeds here.
Damn, that shit looks crazy, though.
Right there.
Wow.
Oh.
So is this the place you didn't go to?
Nope. But and that tree right there is supposed to be some crazy shit right there.
Interesting. Speaking of some crazy shit, did you hear about the Travis Scott thing?
Oh.
Did you see videos of it, dude?
I didn't see any videos.
I gotta show you later, bro.
I've seen
Oh,
some
what,
videos.
people dying?
I couldn't resist the temptation. Nah, there might have been some death in the video.
Might have been some dying.
Unsolicited death or
post-
solicited?
Post death.
You were like, I'm going in for some death here, or were you not?
I just
ready
want to
for it?
see. I just wanted to see what they're talking about.
the vibe.
And from what I could see, like everybody was so tightly packed that people in the middle of the crowd when they fell, the pressure's coming from like all sides, so it would collapse in on itself. Like if one person fell, they'd all fall over each other inward, like like a pit. It's extremely weird.
That's not why people died, dude.
Dude, pretty terrible.
People died from somebody drugging them.
I've heard. You're talking about here?
Yeah, the Astro World.
Yeah.
People got straight up drugged.
My wife was telling me somebody was running around injecting people with stuff. I don't know how valid all that shit is.
Yeah, I heard about that. I think that's kind of dumb.
Apparently, it's panning out pretty valid.
Is it? That's wild.
Yeah, these people are like showing up with like drugs in their system and stuff.
There's a video of a dude in the pile, and he's filming people like 2 layers below him while he's just in the pile. Literally like layers of people on top of each other for like 4 songs.
All right, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's yeah, like that's probably someone.
Yeah, because I heard people started collapsing from like.
I think that, I mean, the people in the middle of that pit, if they were fucked up, then it definitely didn't, that couldn't have helped them at all.
Jeez.
Dude, it's crazy is people enjoying the concert, not knowing like 10 feet behind them. They're just like,
Yeah, but there's people right there that are enjoying the concert that are watching these people die.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's sad, bro. It's fucking sad.
Yeah, I stopped going to those concerts.
Yeah, man.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
For not necessarily specifically that reason, but it's like there's just too many people together
How do you
Yeah,
enjoy it?
in a
fuck
spot, and nobody gives a shit about it. Like, it just, the math didn't check out for me. I did it up on the wall. Like on chalk. I found a chalkboard. I rented one for the day, and I was like,
Did not compute.
it just didn't. The math doesn't go down here.
Didn't make sense.
Yeah, and then I had to erase it.
I want to know
Have you
if
ever
someone's
seen
going to face some legal repercussions on that.
Probably the promoter.
Yeah.
And then they have
Probably.
insurance
And he,
if they're smart.
I'm pretty sure he also like encouraged people to show up that didn't pay. And
Yeah.
There's a video of them storming the security gate.
Yeah, that was
So, like
pretty
a lot
fucked.
of people just ran through the gate that shouldn't have even been there. But I wonder if like the venue's at fault for not having adequate security.
You know what we need? More guns.
Yeah, that's wild. At the gate. Look at that shit, man.
Yeah, bro. And there's security guards, quote unquote security guards, that are over trying to trip kids from getting in and shit.
I didn't even see this one. Holy shit, dude. What makes you like want to go to the concert that bad that you're gonna do that?
It's not worth it.
Honestly, I was reading about kind of this morning. Basically, everybody's like, why is violence, like there's uptick in violence in our city? Like, what were the murder rates in Philly? Like, what were the murder rates for like the last 5 years, Gilmore, in Philly? Because basically what this whole study was, and they were trying to figure out like what makes people, like the fundamental goal of this one,
Study or
I
whatever.
guess social scientist, he was trying to figure out what motivated people to commit murder. Like what is it, being poor? Is it poverty? Like, are you more likely to commit murder if you don't have one of your parents around?
Okay.
Like
I see what you're
all,
saying.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
some indicators.
why
Of, like, the likelihood
why
of
do
doing
you
it.
commit murders? Why do you think to commit a murder? Like all, like the whole gamut this guy studied.
Right.
Because people always want to fall back on like, well, if you're less fortunate, you're more likely to fall up into the system, like, and all this. And this guy really found this not to be really that true.
Right.
And so he started studying like murders and things, like as much data as he could get his hands on. Like he was going to courthouses and looking up stuff that's not even in computer systems.
Was he doing it like city by city?
Basically,
not like
yeah,
not the whole
town,
population.
like everything he could
because
find.
he was trying to see if there's
even in the
differences across
world, like
cities
he
and
could
shit.
just
Oh,
like
okay.
just like what makes people tick.
Did he get anything like a common thread?
Yeah, and he found, because like governments have like they have a monopoly on violence. Like
Yeah, I know what
governments,
you mean, yeah.
your government's the only, like,
You have the authority for it.
they're the only people that are allowed to commit violence.
Yeah.
And be like, we just did that.
Yep.
We just dropped a drone into your house.
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, check please. Thanks.
Yep.
And when that authority evaporates, because it's a very thin veil, like the police and our government and everything, and that respect for that evaporates even just a little bit, violence goes through the roof.
Yeah.
So the guy found, like, in his studies, like when you examined countries over time or civilizations over time, like when they lost, and we just happened to talk about this in The Sovereign Individual, so it's like really weird that this other book is like, which is written like really recently, elaborated on the fact that like when that like presence of authority evaporates, everybody's just like, whatever. There's no value system anymore. So even though the government's bad in a lot of ways, the presence and like the ability for like the government to come in and just like take you out for taking somebody else out, once that goes away, it's anybody's game. So what you're seeing,
their base instincts and shit.
yeah, what you're seeing isn't like people home or inner city crime going up, like, or like anything, one of those like factors specifically.
Right.
What you're seeing is the complete erosion of the authority systems in our cities.
Right.
So because of all the movements for like defund the police and all of that, people within the cities, like subconsciously, like this study was done on like that level.
Yeah.
Subconsciously, as a civilization, we no longer respect the only authority that's capable of enforcing no murders. So therefore, because we don't respect the only authority that's capable, there's murders. And I read that and I was like, oh,
dude,
that
that makes me think
I was like, oh my God.
dude, South America.
Just makes you want to stay inside and watch like Lassie on Netflix.
Yeah, right.
Cartel areas like in South America. That's what you're making me think of, because they probably have no respect. They know they can't get busted when the cops are like either afraid or under their payroll. Like, think about the prevalence of.
Yeah, it's kind of different down there because
for sure.
they're like the cartels are the power. It's not like the other, like it's a very big facade for people to think that like the government is after them because they're very much like everybody gets paid by that and is on that supply chain, or like there's such an economy surrounding that like if it disappeared, there'd be a lot of people that'd be like, well, what do we do now?
Right. That's a good point.
So we like it's the same thing with like the militarization of like our economy. Like they're just motivated to keep it around because like just business. And everybody, like the violence and stuff are a side effect, but like if one cartel entity took it in force of all of them and then like legitimized their force,
it's just a different authority.
Then nobody would be really like, all right, cool, like we're just going to stay in line cuz these people are going to roll into,
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's really tricky because you want to get so personal about it and be like, oh, America's eroding or this, that, or the other thing. And then people are like, no, that's not the case. Or, yeah, it is the case. Or, there never was America. Or, America sucks. Or, it was never good. It's like, you can keep saying that, but that murder rate's going to keep going up every time you say that.
Exactly.
It's like every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings or some bullshit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every time you say America sucks, somebody's Glock goes off. Like, unfortunately, that's like,
I mean, look at
it makes sense to me. Obviously, I'm not a social scientist. I'm a dude with a podcast.
That's a straight line right there.
Ooh, okay, so we looked this up and we didn't even get into it. My bad.
Second from the left, I think, was the amount.
This is the
all
total
right, so
of the year.
We got 315 in 2017, 353 in 2018. This is murders in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2018, 2019 stayed fairly consistent. We had 353 and 356 in 2019. And then 2020, we had just one shy of 500.
It's alarming.
Right. So that's,
That's a pretty big.
Almost 150 increase.
Mm-hmm.
For those of us short on math skills. We call that numeracy.
But all the years before that,
that's
for
like
7 years.
In the beginning,
it wasn't that big of a leap. That's a massive
Let's
leap.
go into 2020. Can we look at like the murders in 2020 by month? And then see, like, we can Google it though. We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll know in murders by month because like we'll be able to see like, was it like, I don't think the protest started and then it was way after the protest that this stuff started going up, I think. Yeah, maybe crime maps and stats.
Right there says 400 people through September of this year.
Okay, so Philly surpasses 400 people murder in 2021. Jeez. We're right on tick. Oh, here we go. Maybe. We could probably pull these numbers down. Down here, dude. Year we go. 2020 crime stats report. We're going to get into a PDF here, boys.
Jesus, Google Drive.
Yeah, we're going to get Google Drive.
We're going to get. Oh, dude, you're into the city's Google Drive. Good job.
It's by weeks.
Drop a doc in there, dude.
It's set up by weeks, I think. Yeah, it is.
Damn, we're not looking at all this. That's a lot. But anyway.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It really comes down to like the people, the especially like the youth who are going through that like maturing phase of their life where like authority is already like a questioned thing.
Yeah, and they don't have the.
And now imagine like, oh well, the police don't matter. It's like, all right.
Yeah, don't look towards the future, you know.
And it's really, you really have to think about it more so, like, that's just murders, right?
Yeah.
It's not just murders that are up.
No.
It wouldn't make sense that just murders are up. So, like, robberies are probably up. Rapes are probably up. Just general attacks on people are up.
Yeah, they got everything there. Not that we're going to go through it, but...
Theft from person, theft from auto.
And you know it's not because the population is growing year after year, too. Like, to go from 350 murders to 500...
It's a lot of murders.
It's not going to be because more people live there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just I don't know. It's kind of funny because there were so many people when Donald Trump said Philly's a bad place. A lot of bad stuff's happened for Philly. There's so many liberals that were like making T-shirts and like being like mocking what he said, making money. And I messaged one of them being like, "Dude, you seriously making shirts off this?" Like,
Oh, boy.
Like, it is a bad place. He's not kidding. And they're like, whatever. And then, like, a couple weeks later, the riots started happening, and people were blowing ATMs up and stuff like that. And people were like, oh, I'm looking at apartments in Conchi. And it's like, all right, well, what happened to the city, bro? It's like, what happened in Northern Liberty? Well, you're like, all of a sudden, it's just not such, you guys are making T-shirts and joking around and being like, oh, Trump's an asshole, but you're leaving the city.
Yeah, shit gets real and you dip.
You know what I'm saying? You're joking about it, but you're leaving. Like, something didn't sit right with me about that.
Right.
No, like, it's not my life. Like, I don't care what you do at the same time, but, like, don't be adding fuel to the fire and then being like, oh, you know what? Actually, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, you're just an instigator.
Actually, we're going to take this money we made from these T-shirts about how Philly's violent and just did. I knew 4 people that did that.
Jeez.
Wow.
Separately. They don't even know each other. Like, people were like, oh, dude, like, every time Trump said something, like, this one group of people I know, like, would just, like, try and make shirts from what he was saying. Like, just, like, pop it off. And then eventually, like, I mean, I don't even know if they made money. I don't even know them that well.
No, so many people got rich off of Trump, though, in terms of entertainment. And
Yeah, everybody's not making any money now that Trump's gone.
yeah, that's
They're
true.
still reporting on him.
Yep.
Like, Trump's going to come back. They want him to come back.
Yeah, they want that money.
The media is going to subconsciously get Trump reelected because they're just going to talk about him so much. He's going to be top of mind. They're going to be like, he's so stupid. He wants conservative values, and he wants kids to be in school and healthy. And people are going to be like, yeah, we want that. And they're going to be like, he's the devil. He drinks water and Coca-Cola and McDonald's, and he's the devil. Be like, we do that. Be like, oh, shit, dude.
Dick bags.
Be like, I'm Trump. That's what's going to happen. Tyler's going to come in around that time. And he's going to be like, yo, guys, I didn't know this, but I'm 25% Trump.
It's my other 25.
It's my other 25.
Yeah, dude, we know 50% of what Tyler's made up of.
Yeah, I'm not. You have to guess on the rest.
That's silent. That's just science right there. And we believe in it.
Isn't Jewish some of that?
Jewish?
Aren't like part Jewish? No, never mind.
I'm not offended, but
No.
no.
Okay.
No, seriously though, the reason why he scoffed at that, I'll dig him out of his grave.
Was it a scoff?
It was like,
it was shocking. It was.
You know why it's shocking that Gilmore made such a mistake? And I'll tell you why. If he was Chinese and Jewish, he'd be a billionaire.
That's a good combo. That's a money combo.
They are pretty set up.
He would be set up. He would have invested in crypto. He would have invented crypto.
Yeah, you got the work ethic.
He would have NFTs coming out of his pockets.
Yeah.
Right?
It's flying out of his pockets.
You know what I'm saying? The Red Army would recruit him.
The Red Army, dude.
Shit, now you
like
NFTs and
It's
shit.
like the Foot Clan,
Yeah,
bro.
dude. The Nazis had the goose step. What do you think the Red Army has?
It's dumpling hop, bro.
Whoa!
Hey, yo.
That's just facts, bro. I don't even have to think of it.
Dumpling hop, dude.
That's what it is.
And dude, you're all wrong. They got the egg roll.
Hey.
Too clean.
Too clean, dude. Well, I let you hop out in front of the fire so I could have time to think.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Fair enough.
It's a good team we have here.
Yeah, we start fires, we put them out.
Yeah, right away.
Right away. Yeah. Don't let it breathe.
Because fire's scary.
Yeah, fire is scary.
If it's not safe in Philly.
Yeah, fuck around and get burned.
Philly's pretty tight on all the mask shit, too, and the vaccine stuff, too.
Kind of.
I haven't been in Philly in
Kind of.
2 years, and someone was telling me that the other day that I didn't think they were as tight about that shit as New York was, and apparently
I
I'm
honestly,
told they are.
in full disclosure, I haven't gone to Philly too often since the pandemic at nighttime.
Right.
And that's just because why bother?
Yeah.
Go down. Like, it's just kind of like, I just didn't want to deal with the masks and the part. Like, it just seemed like it just lost its luster.
That's what I mean.
Maybe it's not that bad, and it isn't. But like, it sounds like it's just kind of like it's getting on with it, and Philly will still be here. It's been here since the start of this country. So until Tyler's cousins come through and take us out,
They're just waiting on the signal, baby.
we're just gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Just waiting on the signal.
We won't rename it
Got him.
You guys are good. Don't worry.
All right, bet.
Philadelphia,
Philadelphia.
the egg roll capital. I made him Russian, dude. I don't know what I was going to do.
Yeah, what the hell?
No, he's Chinese Russian, dude.
Chinese Russians.
That's a combo.
That's a combo.
Super villain combo.
Yeah, yo.
That's powerful.
That's dangerous.
I'm pretty sure every Chinese Russian in America right now is on a list. Like, the FBI is actively watching you, just to see if you accidentally slip up.
That can't be a long list either.
You know what, though? Honestly,
Why
they'll
not?
probably just plant something on you. So be careful, you Chinese Russians.
Chinese.
If you're listening and you're Chinese Russian,
I'm
you have to just know, even if you're a good person, you have to be safe out there.
Gotta watch your back, man.
You gotta watch your back. The federales are
don't
they're
wanna be
gonna
on a
set
list.
you up.
Yeah, I'd
Right.
stay inside if I were you.
Still, I mean, Tyler's dual citizenship.
Yeah, so he's fine.
damn right. Off that one trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one trip, two citizenships.
One trip wonder. He just bought his way in.
One trip wonder.
Yeah, dude. Why, that wasn't funny.
Yeah, that was great. One trip wonder. I've never heard that before.
Yo, what do you mean you never heard that before?
Yeah, nah.
I don't know why you reminded me of this time I went to Mexico. I lost my passport. And-
What, Gilmar reminded you of Mexico?
No. The dual
Whoa, hey, whoa, hey, yo.
Don't you put that evil on me, bro.
He is wearing
Don't you
a
put that evil on me, dog.
He is wearing a Yankees hat.
He is.
What the fuck? Okay, anyway.
The Yankees.
Okay.
Anyway,
Those
there's the dual
Yankees.
citizenship thing reminded me. I lost my passport in Mexico in the airport when I arrived, just like a straight jump.
Mm.
And long story short, I had to go through this whole process to get a temporary one from the embassy. They actually give you like a paper map to go into downtown Cancun, and it's like a treasure hunt. You got to find a Kodak booth. It's like a quarter the size of this room in like a downtown market area. You got to pay a guy to take headshots of you, pay him in cash. And you got to courier this shit back to the embassy, and they like give it to somebody out back who goes to another building, and they make like a temporary passport for you to get back to the U.S. And after all this shit, I finally get it. I go to the bank across the street to get money to get back to the hotel, and they wouldn't give me the money because they said it's a fake passport. After all that shit, dude.
Oh, man.
So I ended up walking back.
What if they scammed
But, like,
you and they made you a fake passport?
Yeah, right?
I mean,
You know what you
kind of
should-
is. They
you
just
know
made
what-
the shit in a shack somewhere out there, dude.
You know what that shack was called an embassy and with fortress around it. But anyway,
It wasn't.
here's what we're talking about here. Why didn't you change your name on your fake passport and then come back to the United States as somebody else?
Dude, whole
It's
different
my
life.
one chance, bro. I should have.
One shot, one opportunity.
You gotta be looking out for these
I
things.
kept the OG name, dude.
You kept the Howe name.
I did.
Yeah, dude, you could have been Mike Tyson.
Did you throw the E onto the end of your name to like spice it up?
Dude, do you know how often people think it's Ho, just Ho, not How? To this day. Constant.
Huh.
Maybe it is, and you're living
Hey,
a lie.
It could be.
You know, yeah, Chinese
When I come back
people
to the
say things
motherland,
different.
I mean, that's
Who
what
would
it
we
is,
talk
but-
to about this? A linguist?
Yeah.
Be like, how would you say this name? How? Like, what is that?
That's English.
That's English?
That's from my dad's side.
Okay.
Yep.
We're speaking English then.
I'm straight like Mayflower lineage.
Really?
Yeah.
So, explain to me, so the Mayflower, what made us stop in Singapore and,
Different sides of the fam.
okay, so it came in generationally.
My mom, who's got the Chinese blood, her dad was from Australia, and he was an architect in Singapore, and he helped design like the airport there and buildings in the financial district. And my grandma was 100% Chinese. They met in Singapore, and that's how that side popped off. And then my dad
conspiring. So they're like, we will make a family and then come to the United States and overthrow the government.
And I'm the great weapon.
Weapon X.
Years later.
Damn.
All right, so you're from the northern of England, the Orkney Islands, technically.
Here we go.
You're an islander.
I'm about
And
to
you're an
learn something.
island boy.
Stupid.
Perfect.
Does it say where to pronounce it? I think it would say it up at the top, maybe. Nah.
No, but you can pay to do something.
Oh, God.
You can pay to Wikipedia to make up stuff.
Still have never done that.
Honestly, I don't know. There should be a Wikipedia on me and Gilmar,
Yeah, dude, that shit.
but like not individually as a couple.
Yeah, together.
How? Well, give me ears.
How?
Huh. Perfect.
How?
Okay.
For the people in the back.
How?
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 Exactly.
How?
Have you ever thought about going a little crazy with it and just like having a chieftain with his hand up on your business card and be like, how money?
I'll try it out for a month, man. We're down for whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Connect to your audience.
How money? I think today's society I'd get shut down pretty quick on that one. Then maybe I could claim it. A little
You
Native
know what?
American in the blood.
Yeah, I
Tell
mean-
me wrong.
They tried to shut the Mayflower thing down, but they got here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
They made it here safe.
Build a
Facts,
boat,
man.
dude. Just build a boat and sail it.
How?
How? Interesting. I feel like we got a lot done today.
We just bullshitted for an hour.
I know, because we had like a good episode of just like, wow, this is mortgages. And then Tyler told us how good he is at his job and how much money he makes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Full
Tyler.
disclosure, had it all.
Yeah.
How?
Much
It's
money
true.
do you
I was
make?
like, yo, Tyler,
penny.
what makes... I asked Tyler a good question. I was like, Tyler, would you make, if one of your kids asked, or said they were going to be a loan officer, what would you say? And you'd be like, heck yeah, stack the money.
Yeah.
That's what you
You
said.
said maybe.
You said absolutely not.
And then he told us how much money he makes too.
And then he was like, absolutely, kid, you could be...
Produced pay stubs and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, we ask all our guests to present W-2s at the door.
Prior to admission.
Yeah, we need to know what you made before and after taxes.
Yeah, we
Every
can't
time.
get duped. If you come on here and be like, hey, we got a baller on the show tonight, you got a ball.
Yeah.
We've been duped in the earlier episodes.
Yeah, we're not making fake passports over here,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have to authenticate.
This is the real deal.
Yeah, man.
It's the only way you get it out of the country.
This year I should hit, no joke, should be like 100 million loan volume. Not 100 million revenue to me, but,
100 million
It's a lot of
loan
loans.
volume.
It's like 280 loans.
280 loans. Shotgun.
Yeah. Wait, so how long does it take you to, work on a loan or?
Gilmore rescuing the episode.
Yeah, bro, you get real with it.
I'm just asking.
I mean,
curious.
I would say the average timeline for a general purchase is like 60 days. I actually like it that long because I like people to see shit unfold when they're buying a house. But over the last like 3 and 4 years, there's been a lot of pressure to close in like 30 days or less.
What do you mean see shit unfold? Like see the stuff break down on the house?
Yeah, like
see
focus on your inspections first. Like get your appraisal after you know that you've cleared the inspections, because we don't want people to pay for the appraisal if shit's gonna fall apart and now you're paying for the appraisal for no reason.
Yes,
So-
you want people to have an opportunity to like look through, like do their due diligence.
Yeah, like step by step, and not running concurrent where you're doing your inspections and we're getting the appraisal and we're shopping your homeowner's insurance and we're doing all this shit to wrap up in 2 to 3 weeks. There's just been so much pressure to do that. Not to blame realtors on that, but I feel like it comes from
Blame 'em.
realtors. Just like
Everybody else.
I mean,
Blame them.
you'd be surprised. Like some realtors just slap a closing date on there, like 3 or 4 weeks away, without talking to anybody about it, and the clients might not even necessarily want to close that quick. So
set an expectation.
I'm always trying to pump the brakes a little bit. Like, to be a good lender now, you have to close that. Like, you have to be able to close that quick. But I don't like people to feel rushed or not have a chance to see shit unfold step by step. So
do you find yourself wasting time? You like wasting your time because people rush it together. There's more deals that fall through because people are like, oh, wait, we didn't know that. And then like you're like, oh yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Whereas previously people would be like, all right, well, we found out that this wasn't good. We didn't waste your time.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big one is, like, we're gunning for that appraisal too soon. I mean, we have people pay with a credit card usually, so once that's done, it's done. Yeah, I mean, especially over the last 2 years, man, the amount of people just, like, making offers and saying they won't even do an inspection. They'll just skip the inspection. I mean, that to me still is, like, crazy. I mean,
we kind of have to do that right now. And everything we look at,
that's a little different for you guys, so where you have, like, the wherewithal to deal with some shit. But, like,
yeah, but we're buying against people that might not.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like you
that's your
can't
strength,
underwrite. You can't underwrite the fact that, like, you could be bidding against, like, a husband and wife that it's like, we're gonna get our house and make it our dream home ourselves, and we're like, you know, relatively set up to do things like that efficiently.
Right.
I'd like to think so. It's like kind of weird to think that somebody. It's, in my opinion, it's a weird feeling I have. I'm like, you're a complete idiot, but I also respect the shit out of you at the same time.
Waiving the inspection kind of stuff.
Well, there's people that just get into, like, waiving the inspection,
waiving the appraisal.
getting in. We're gonna renovate it anyway, and it's like, but you guys haven't even hired a contractor yet. You guys are just going to buy this place without a single bit of knowledge just because you got to fight the deal. But people are willing to do it because, you know, they're going after their dream and they're risking it for the biscuit. And I kind of respect that in a way.
Dude, you know what a big one I learned a couple years ago? I think this is back in 2018. I had a client buy a flip, and the town hadn't reassessed the taxes yet. It was so recent that the taxes for them went from like $6,000 a year to like $8,500 a year, which for somebody like with a fixed income and they're, you know, running a tight budget, like that was such a huge problem, dude. They ended up selling that house like a few years later because just from the jump they were uncomfortable with that payment. So that was a big. I still fall back on that experience for people. I tell them, like, if I look it up online and I can tell it's a flip and I can see in the tax history that it hasn't changed yet, I'm like, yeah, like, do a little bit more work with your realtor to see if they're like anticipating that to be reassessed or.
Why? Because the taxes will go up and then you have to pay more. But what's $2,500 more?
To some people, dude, like.
But like that was how much was that house?
Like a $260,000 house, you know. So for like, you know, a teacher and somebody else with a fixed salary income, you know, like that's their car payment. Now they're like shit. So
I guess that you know. The whole fixed income thing has always been something that's just very weird to me. It's like, why not set yourself up like, you know what I'm saying? But like, it shouldn't be that way anymore. Like, we should definitely be educating against that.
Yeah.
If I don't have kids, so I say a lot of shit like this, and then I don't have kids, so whatever.
Yeah,
but if I were to ever test that out, like on Gilmar's kids, I would, you know. Because think about it, you have culinary experience, photography experience, videography experience. If, like, you next week were like, oh, I'm going to go do this, there's a lot of things that you could do, like, put together with that. Maybe you got to, like, there's some struggle time.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, a lot of people are just, they think, like, oh, well, I just have to do this job forever. It's like, well, no, think more about, like, what you can put together. There's
a security, though, in having a guaranteed salary. You know, and there might be, depending on what we're talking about, there might be a defined ceiling on that, but you at least have, like, vacation time and you know what you're going to be getting paid in 3 months from now. I don't ever know when I'm going to get paid 60 days from the day I'm talking about it. So it's just more risk, more reward. I couldn't go back to that, I'll tell you that much. Never. So.
Yeah, you're right. But I would like to see people explore that. Just go make pies.
Especially if they're miserable, dude.
Make pies, have a pie business on the side or something. I don't know.
Side hustle.
OnlyFans.
Dude, I saw a baker on Instagram. Their name was OnlyFlans.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
I thought you were going to say you saw a baker on
OnlyFans. Yeah, I kind of thought.
And I was like,
the crossover we didn't ask for.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm just going to get out of here before I say anything yeasty.
All right.
Yeah, I got 5 or 6 cannons ready to go right now. You got to get me out of here. You gotta get me
I
out of
still
here.
want to hear
Dude,
him after, dude.
Dude, I got OnlyFans names coming through my head right now for bakers. If you're a baker and you're wanting to start an OnlyFans, hit me up. I got names. I got fire names coming out right now. I'm not even gonna say them out loud,
Yeah, don't.
but they exist
Don't do
in
that.
my Andrew sphere.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you like how's business been? Is things like still pretty consistent? Are you
Yeah.
steady? Are you seeing a downturn? Is the recession coming?
Is the recession? You know, what's interesting about that is so many people think there's going to be just a straight collapse, but what caused that before was people having the ability to take on those responsibilities for loans that they should have never even been allowed to get. I mean, they just made it.
Yeah, but the time before that was like people taking leveraged risks in their companies, like financial investments and stuff like that. So it's always like people taking over.
What I'm saying, what caused,
overzealous.
what caused that before is not existing today. Like, it's not possible for somebody who makes $30,000 a year to have 5 properties that they lied about their income like that.
Yeah, but what if there was like a commercial business that had 5 properties that all their people work virtually now?
I
Like,
see what you're saying.
you know what I'm saying? Like the collapse.
So the problem just shifts to the corporate side, not the individual.
It could.
I mean, yeah, especially because they don't play by the same rules as far as having bailouts and shit like that, which then causes them.
And then you just have
It's
like
more inflationary than
you just have I Am Legend in Philly. You just have vacant skyscrapers.
Yeah, I'm curious about that, dude.
Yeah, didn't Zillow do that? And I know
Yeah, we
we
talked
touched about that.
a bit,
Yeah.
dude.
Are you going to bring up the other podcast again? Jeez.
What? No.
With the Zillow with the leverage
Yeah.
buys.
Oh yeah, I'm getting rid of that portfolio, dude. 7,000 houses.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what would make. It seems stupid. It seems so stupid what they did. I don't know who was advising
It's
them
just,
or
like,
who
the
thought that
worst
was
possible timing. You timed it the worst. You're buying everything top heavy. You're buying shit at a premium.
I don't know who.
Like, why would you not snatch up all the properties when shit's down and there's no buyers in the streets?
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. Speaking of like when shit's down, I saw that State Farm is backing Aaron Rodgers for not getting the vaccine or whatever.
You don't see many companies doing that.
And
Like, taking the risk.
you know what's funny about that is State Farm is like an actuary business. Like they literally make
Right.
money
Right.
off of calculating risk.
Yep.
They have people that do it for a living.
Yep.
So don't you think there's probably people within that company that calculated like, hey, this is which way we should go on this. This is our market share in rural towns. This is our market share in urban towns. This is our market share in vaccine places, not that. And they calculate it all together, and they're like, America's going this way.
Right.
We're going to be the first to, like, kind of, like, ramp this up.
Are you talking about Zillow or are you talking about State Farm?
State Farm. Zillow's in the tank. They're in a
Zillow's-
lot of trouble.
Well, you got that battle between what you think the numbers say from that actuary perspective versus not necessarily knowing what the median shit will do. Like, you look at our boy
Yeah, but
Dave Portnoy dealing with that shit.
I feel like State Farm, though, is analyzing data, whereas the media is kind of like, everything's so bad. Get the vaccine, this, everything. State Farm over here is like, we got the data.
Yeah, well, maybe they just make their moves quietly then. You know what I mean?
It seems like they're like, hey, we're going to come out into the open for the first time. Take a whole bunch of shit we don't need to.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. I guess somebody requested that they comment on the whole thing.
Yeah. Why did they say anything? It's just,
Yeah, because he is a spokesperson for State Farm.
Yeah,
He's always in their commercials, like in the backyard with all the dads around the barbecue, and they're like throwing, or maybe is that the Wranglers commercial? I can't remember.
They said it right there. Respect everyone's right to make a choice based on their personal circumstances. They at least took a side on it.
Yeah, by kind of taking no side.
yeah.
They're like, we're gonna take the no side. I like that side.
It's a very neutral side.
Some people don't think you should have a choice. That's the other side I'm saying.
I agree with you. I think this is the side I would be on.
I mean,
I encourage like, hey, if you need a vaccination, get it. But if you don't want to, that's good.
Yeah, fine.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I haven't like been totally up to date on it, but seeing that shit about, I think Biden trying to
Put it on kids.
well, that's one
yeah.
thing, but private businesses, they're trying to mandate it for private businesses. I don't know.
Yeah, but
how
it's
you're
100
gonna-
employees or more. Do you have 100 employees?
I don't, but I'm part of a company that has 7,000 employees. I mean, that's the reason I brought it up, because I got guys on the team that are like, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
So-
dude, we'll
so
sell
I'm
these
kinda
these
like-
loans someplace else.
Kind of curious to see what comes down the pipe.
I wouldn't do it.
Move to Singapore.
I wouldn't ask somebody to do that.
Yeah, against their will, or
No.
it's
Interesting.
inhuman. Yeah, shit's fucked.
Interesting.
I just don't get how they took the healthcare workers in the city, like all the nurses and shit, and you thought it'd be better to clear house of all those people and bring in, like, what was it, the National Guard or something? Like, how are you trading your perceived risk of, like, transmission rates versus literally losing all your qualified personnel who care for people? That's the trade-off. I don't get. Like,
My wife used to be a nurse, and Corona was like a blessing in disguise, because like once this came around, like they were asking them to spray Lysol inside their masks and all this stuff. So I was like,
Jesus.
okay, so you guys are in the front lines of this stuff. I was like, I just quit,
Yeah.
because it wasn't really worth it to me to be like, it wasn't even really the Corona that was the problem. It was like the scheduling, like there was no shifts, because she worked in like kind of like an operating setting.
They just go.
There was no operations,
They just
so
go.
like they were just like, hey, you just don't have any hours.
Fuck.
So she was like, all right, well, I guess I just, I'll just go get a different job then.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened, and it was just kind of like the admin side of like the hospitals, because she worked in several of them. The admin side of the hospitals prior to Corona was a clusterfuck in
Right.
all of her hospitals.
I believe that.
Like, won't name names.
Right.
It's the major ones in Philly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was just kind of like, and when you would hear the way they would make decisions or leadership decisions or motivational things or like disciplinary things or how they would handle any of that, you're like, who's in charge?
Yeah, exactly.
It would always be some like late age lady
Always.
who didn't really think things through or have any sense of logic or any sense of like urgency on what was important, but they'd be like, hey, we'll decorate the windows because that's the priority. But it's like, okay, well, we don't have enough nurses to this one
Yeah.
patient. Why don't you like help? Like, it would just be weird things like that. And I'd always be like, damn, like you grow up thinking so highly of like medical system, and then you grow up to hear like, wow, that's a scary setting to work in. Imagine like being the patient. So, when the chance came for her to leave, like, and people all the time, like, especially like my family were like, you obviously quit because you're scared of Corona. And I'm like, no, that's not actually what
Yeah.
she hated like the leadership and atmosphere of that world already. So like before Corona even happened, I was like, you'd be a kick-ass nanny as like a transition to like what you want to do next. Just be a nanny.
Yep.
You're a nurse, like you're a go-get, like parents around here like love that shit. They need help.
That's the right approach.
And like we would talk about it a couple of times, like, oh, that would be kind of cool. And then Corona came around, and I'm like, the time is now.
Yeah.
And she like maybe a little hesitation, not much on her end, because we're a lot of like in that regard, like you just see the deal, you get it.
Yeah.
And I was like, everybody is home right now on Zoom,
Yeah.
stuck with these fucking children. Seize the day, carpe diem. You're like, so she put her like resume up on like a couple of these nannying sites, and hers were like,
Yeah.
it was like ching, like all day, or like whatever. It was like just like the notification on her phone like going off.
That's so sick,
People being
though.
like, oh, we want to do a Zoom interview, we want to do this, like, and it was very easy for her to transition out. Like she didn't even
Yeah,
have like,
dude.
I think she had like a week off between, or like maybe 2 weeks off between being a nurse and being a
right
nanny.
back in it. Damn.
It literally boom.
Yeah. I mean, I love hearing that shit, dude. Like,
So much better life too. Like doesn't
Yeah,
have to
dude.
like, just the change of like everything from being like unappreciated to like the
Yeah.
most appreciated,
Mhm.
from being like
owning your shit.
no boss but all the risk
Right.
to like all the reward, all the risk. Like
Yeah.
when you're a nurse, we don't really think about it the way they do, but they're like
That's true.
they're taking risks and like
They're hands on.
they're hands on. So like they're administering drugs per someone's recommendation. Like if there's not a nurse, like people aren't reporting properly and like they forget to mention they gave you the drugs, or like if somebody's an idiot when it matters, which is like, you know, a decent amount of them.
Yeah.
Like you hear these stories and you're just like, wow. Now I'm scared shitless to go to hospitals, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I haven't been one in years.
Just don't go.
I've only experienced like NICUs for my kids, and I gotta tell you that stuff impressed me. I'm sure it all depends on where you were, but those are the people I came across.
That's a tough job.
Were there because they wanted to be there, and we've had a few stints of that. I speak very highly of those ladies and gents that work on those floors. It's got to be brutal, man.
That's a job that, like, that's kind of like being like SVU in the police force, like dealing with like people that like are dealing with like child porn and stuff like that. Like you have to really be like,
Yeah, dude, you get desensitized to that shit.
yeah,
Gotta be.
you have to be so passionate about helping the people that you kind of like look past the, like the difficulty of the situation.
Yeah.
Because like when you're dealing like in the NICU with like, you know, that fragility,
Yeah.
like you're just like, it's like the smallest portion of life.
It's crazy to me that's their day to day. Like it's something that you hope you never experience, and you do, and these people are there every fucking day. I mean, we were there because my son Grayson had a combination of like a RSV, some kind of like respiratory virus, and he had ironically coronavirus, but not this shit. He had two, and it was like developing into pneumonia. But when he had that when he was less than a year old, he had that like months after being born. And when they're that young, they don't really do much for him. Like you can't just hook them up with a bunch of drugs and shit. Like they really just monitor them, give them some kind of shit to try to open up the pathways. But like other than that, like you're kind of just like, you know, they're extremely precautious. So the first sign of something going bad, like they go into fucking level 10 on this shit, and they'll like, what is the term, intubate or whatever, put the tube down and help them
Intubate?
breathe. Like they'll do that pretty quickly if they catch wind that they're having trouble breathing. So we're on a floor, and like, you know, we're just monitoring that shit, and there's people on other sides of us that are like getting wheeled out to go get intubated, and you're just like waiting, like wondering if that's gonna fucking be you. Like that was the stressful shit.
That's a humbling experience, I bet.
Yeah, and it just gave me a big appreciation for all the people that helped us out. I was like, damn, man, you ladies are fucking golden. They got a great attitude, you know? And they have an appreciation for, like, I mean, for whatever technology they could harness, they did. You know?
Which hospital were you guys at?
That was at the, what's that, the one on Route 1 down by Princeton, a newer hospital. I think it's like Penn Med. It's in Plainsboro, technically.
Mm-hmm.
And
My nephews were born there.
it's a nice spot from what I experienced. But
Nice.
I don't know if I
They
feel like
came in-
that's
your-
a special part of the hospital, though. You know, that's what I feel like.
Your kid came in with that 25%. Right. It's like, I'm Chinese. I'm coming in with the corona.
Hook me
He
up.
flashed him. He flashed him a glimpse of that flag in his pocket.
You know what I'm saying? He's like,
See
yeah,
that
Red
shit?
Army, dude, take care of me.
Came in flexing.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back for all you if you don't take care of me.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, seriously.
That's good for your girl, man. I'm happy to hear that shit, dude. I mean, I kept a low profile last year because it was a great time in real estate, but I knew it wasn't for a lot of people. So
It's weird though, because like there was a lot of people that like it started out not so great, and then it ended great.
right, and I love seeing that shit.
Which because like they kind of just like challenge came and they just moved. There was a lot of people where challenge came and they did not move, and they just got like run over by the
Straight up.
challenges. And you know, another podcast, another day, I guess. But that's just really the. Like there's always like a role to be played in every sort of like relationship. Like you have your hero, you have your villain, you have your victim, and all of that.
Yeah.
And it like in leadership, they kind of teach you how to like when someone's like always playing the victim, like how not to let them play that.
Mm.
And it's kind of weird that like all this information is available to us, like from psychology to different things that like we know work, and we're just not practicing them in our country at all. So you really just like these people in generalness, like these people.
Yeah.
It just like the nature of our country is to go to being a victim right now.
Oh yeah.
So anybody that chose otherwise,
Yeah.
it seemed like 2020 killed it for them.
Dude,
It was like a year where you either had a blowout year or you
Sink or
had a
swim in.
terrible
Yeah.
year. And it really, I don't know, I didn't really look into this too much, but it'd be interesting to see like how people's mentalities played into that.
Dude, how many new businesses do you think started?
So many.
Like, it's such a big year for entrepreneurship.
So many. I feel like too many.
Yeah, yeah.
Too many. A bunch of people need to shut down their construction businesses and go back to working for other people.
Bro.
And I'm not saying that as like an asshole thing.
No, dude.
It's just like
We talked
there's
about that
too
before.
much shit to do and there's nobody to do it.
Yeah.
So it's like the economy is like expanded in some areas but contracted in other areas. So it's like expanded in availability and like financial availability because like there's such a surplus of money in the market.
Yep.
But there hasn't been a surplus of people in the market. So there's not enough people to go around with how much money has been given out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like,
So you were saying before, dude, the amount of shitty and just predatory businesses and services that are propped up by just the scarcity of those services on the marketplace, and they're just skating by.
yeah, just
Those people need to go out.
there's probably a lot of people that were like, oh, well, there's so much construction going on right now. I'll quit my job and
Start flipping or whatever the
stop flipping, or I'll be a contractor now.
fuck. Yeah.
And then, like, good for them if they make it.
Yeah, I guess. Dude.
It's just, it's unfortunate for our it's good for them on like a micro level. It's great for all of those people that just went out, seized the day, carpe America. It's great for all those people
Yeah.
on a micro level. But when you get on a national level, you got a bunch of people trying to trudge their own way, and everybody's going like different directions. Nobody's working together on like a level anymore.
Yeah.
And based upon the sovereign individual, that's only going to get worse as like nationalism and everything evaporates.
Yeah.
So on one hand, I'm like, yeah, America is amazing. But on my other hand, I've now like read and spent a lot of time like learning about like the calculated future, I guess. And it's like, well, should I continue to just harbor such feelings of nationalism and like this like big America, war machine and everything? Should I continue down that path, or should I just like hardcore just be like, nah, man, everybody for themselves, and just like see what I can do for my team and like
Nothing wrong with focus on the team, bro.
makes Yardley the biggest place in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that the right mentality? Is that the new American mentality?
Yeah, everyone from themselves.
Is it really like, it's like, do I really give a shit about my neighbor if he's in the way of my team?
No, but you're still talking about your team, at least. Not all you.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I like that team shit.
Yeah, I mean, well, you gotta have like a whole like, we're gonna like run shit, right? In the new America, can't do it by yourself. Can't be like completely alone.
Dude.
I mean, if you do that, you're probably a wizard,
Wizard.
right?
Wizard
My whole
Andrew.
team now, man, wasn't around. So I was doing everything myself for like 6.5 years, and my one processor quit on me last July, the biggest month I ever had. Quit at the start of the fucking month. But that forced me to find new people for the team, and now we're a team of 5. But it's another example of just taking the setback, but rolling forward with it and making it something better. It secretly was the greatest shit that ever happened, 'cause she had a terrible attitude. So it's like the biggest blessing now to
Yeah, Vicky
fucking bitch, Vicky.
processing loans incorrectly, quitting on the first of the month.
Do you think about that mindset, bro? Like,
Who does that?
you're running away from growth and shit that we're achieving. You're gonna go the opposite way. You don't even want to be a part of success.
Yeah.
She
That's the
might
part
have
that got me,
pursued
like,
success someplace else.
I'll tell you right now, it's a person that's had like a 20-year career in this and has capped herself and would have gone so much further than she has because of that kind of attitude. I know she'll never hear this. The only reason I'm saying it, but that was my big thing. My whole thing is to bring people with me. It's not.
She doesn't live in Buckingham, then.
She doesn't.
Everybody in Buckingham knows us.
Yeah,
We're number number 2 fighting for the number 1 spot in
we're
Buckingham.
trying to get that number 1.
Who's number 1, dude?
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. They keep holding on to the spot, though.
Yeah.
Once we find them, though, we're going to take them out.
Those pieces of shit.
Yeah, building a team's important. I think in the apocalypse, it's going to be super important to have a killer team. So, killer and killer, you know?
You got that.
Boom.
Gotta learn to shoot.
Bang, bang, bang.
I want to know, am I able to say it's a veteran-operated team if it's mostly vets, but I'm not a vet?
No.
I haven't.
You try to. Right there.
I'm not going to fake the front on it.
I
I'll
guess
say
you.
it.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I don't know. I never want to use that as like a selling point anyway.
Yeah, listen, like I guess like it comes down to this. Like there's no like the service dog thing. You know, like Rambo's a service dog.
Right.
But there's people out there that like can certify bullshit service dog.
Yeah.
And there's no one to like regulate any of that.
That's a good
So
point.
there's like, and that's like not even just, then there's like emotional support dogs is something else. Like that shouldn't even be a thing. It's like, okay, so you just have a dog.
Right.
When people are like, oh, it's my emotional support dog. It's like, okay, so it's a dog, right? You don't
Yeah.
say, oh, this is like that would be like me saying this is like my friend Gilmore.
Your emotional support Gilmore.
Yeah, exactly.
This is my emotional support Gilmore. And it's like, no, dude, just say your friend. He's like, he's a friend.
Just
Right?
like,
It's
yeah.
like, nah, dude, he comes everywhere with me.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, cool. He's a close friend.
So he's a close
He's
friend.
a close friend.
Best friend.
It's like, no. He's emotional supported when he supports me emotionally. It's like, oh, okay. But then there's like, so it's just kind of like, it's weird for me. Like, I don't know. It's just that there's so many people that take advantage of it where there is a spot.
Yeah.
So that like,
Yeah.
when there is a spot to like, I have a hard time taking advantage of it, even if it's justified to me.
Yeah. That's where
Like
I'm
a
at.
special, like example, Rambo. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it's really uncomfortable for me to be like, oh, he's my,
Yeah.
he's service dog. People are like, why? And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't want to get into this with you. But like, they're just rude. They're just rude, simple people.
He's got the credentials, though.
Yeah, he's just got the vest and everything. He's legit. It checks out.
He's got the creds.
You know what I'm saying? He's a golden retriever. That's 25% of what you need.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Right?
We're thinking about trying to donate maybe to like Homes for Our Troops. Have you ever heard of them?
Dude, we're trying to do a dog food collection thing
Go on.
for the organization that trains Rambo, and they mainly train dogs and donate them to veterans.
I
In
like
need.
this.
So, but we need help with this
No,
the dog food thing.
We got to talk about that then, because I do.
I'm trying to like deliver the food. Like I'm trying.
Yeah, what do you?
We're gonna get the details from Ariel because she has the
Are
food.
we're couriers for the food, bro.
Yeah, I want so much food that
Like,
they're
we're
like
loading your truck?
that. Like next year, they're like, don't tell Tyler and Andrew about the food. We don't need that much food this
Still
year.
have food from the
You know
year
what I'm saying?
before.
Like I want to bring so much food. They need to get dogs,
Right?
right?
I like that.
Like halfway through the year, they're like, we don't have enough dogs for all this food. We need to get more dogs. That's how good the food went.
I'm game, bro.
Like full commitment on the food thing.
You got to get like a corn silo for the food, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
It
be-
just like we're talking like full speed. Like we'll get like, have you ever seen like videos where like the cameraman's like chasing people and then there's like, oh my god, they come around the corner and it's like the cameraman's like obviously chasing.
Me like Maury.
That's what the footage from this whole thing's going to be an event because Gilmore's going to be chasing us around like trying to capture us, but
Or
we're going to
Jerry
have so
Springer.
much food to get.
baby.
We're going to have so
Jerry
much food to get. We're going to have to run from each place to place.
I want that food cannon, bro, for
Someone's
drive-bys.
Yeah.
Gilmore's going to be like, dude, there's not enough room for me in the car. There's just like only food in here. Be like, dude,
Get running, bro.
film us leaving.
Yeah, I'm fucking running the whole time behind the
Run
truck.
it, dog.
Yeah, dude, with
Put 'em on one of your
with
bikes,
a pack
bro.
of dogs. With a pack of dogs.
Put them on one of your
Pack of
bikes.
dogs.
Like Rocky, where like he's jogging behind
Oh,
the truck,
yeah.
and then just like one dog comes in,
Then
and another
all-
dog comes in. Damn, that'd be cool as shit to film that, but somebody would get bit.
Unless we got trained dogs.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about bringing the heat on dog food.
That's the angle.
That's what I'm thinking.
We're supplying the organization with the food
with the food
for the dogs that they help
that they
hook
train.
up.
For veterans.
Yeah, well, that's like that's what they need right now, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Ariel asked me, like, what's going on? What are we doing right now? We're organizing on
I'm with it.
some dog food. But what was your thing? We could double with it.
Oh, so I saw a vet speak at a sales trip like 4 or 5 years ago. So Homes for Our Troops, they build and deliver handicap accessible homes to disabled vets, mortgage free. So they have all like, rails if people are in wheelchairs and shit like that. But it's not that well known because they have like a really good reputation for spending more than like 90 cents of every dollar donated on the house, which is like a
lot of these
number to
places
hit.
are. They're either real mom and pop,
right?
or they're appropriate with their money.
So I'm saying, but some of the big ones like
Aren't appropriate,
Yeah.
and that's how you know about them. Dude, every time you're at
bro.
PetSmart, they're like, you want to give $1 for
Great
dogs
point.
in need? It's like, well, how many cents go? It's like
Exactly.
less than 3 cents go to the dogs. It's like, okay.
I think
You can look it up online.
I think Wounded Warrior had like a whole
problem.
fucking
They had a little
scandal
thing
with
back in the
that.
day.
So that's why I like it. I saw a guy speak on it. That's how I learned about it. But I just like that you kind
The
of
organization.
where your money's going, and it's got a good alignment between like real estate. But
Is it
veterans and
local?
Shit. No, it's not. It's a national organization, so they'll do it all over. But you can go to that website and they'll show you profiles of vets they've helped, and they'll show the houses. Like, it's really well done. But I appreciate the fact they don't really go for marketing. They're just about really like putting that money to the house. So
Gilmore
that's
made
kind of what I'm thinking.
Gilmore made the dog people a good video.
Yeah.
Is that a local? That's a local crew.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And is it mainly service dogs?
There's two organizations. There's like the nonprofit, and then there's like the organization that kind of like supports the nonprofit, which is
Okay,
so it's Tail Waggers is the dog training organization,
got it.
and then Alpha Bravo Canine is the
Okay.
organization that like purchases the dogs, pays for all their training, trains them to be service dogs, and then like integrates them with like an individual. Yeah.
And there, what was that address at the bottom? Oh, so okay, they're Philly based, or I guess that's just
It's
where
a
they're.
PO box. Yeah,
PO box.
her facility is right on Durham Road near or where they're currently at is right near Organon's on Durham Road.
We could definitely do something on that.
Yeah.
I would definitely.
The video is under if you go to the top, I think it's under hold on. I guess get a service friends and partners maybe. I don't know. I know it's up. No.
That's nice. That's they
Get a service dog, I guess.
you can apply.
I was just there.
All right, yeah. So you can apply to get the dog. I'm guessing cost free.
Yeah, everything's cost free. They supply all the food, all the I don't know where the video is, dude. This is ridiculous.
No,
Mm.
but
I want to help them out with the website.
I hadn't heard of
eventually.
that though.
A lot of people. It's a big team.
Yeah, it's hard to like. There's a lot of information on their website.
I didn't know they were that local either. Did you guys?
Oh, here it is. This is the video.
My
going.
name's Tracy Ruep, and I am the puppy raising coordinator for Alpha Bravo Canine. In 2016, I bought a St. Bernard puppy into my home, an 8-week-old puppy, and he was a very big boy, and I decided to handle him. I needed to do some obedience training. So I got together with Jennifer Green at her private dog training facility, and we started obedience training. As I got to know Jen more, and as I enjoyed doing the dog training, I realized Jen needed help on the puppy raising side of things at Alpha Bravo Canine. And I thought, as a stay-at-home mom with 3 young children, it was something that would fit into my lifestyle. So in 2017, I became a puppy raiser with my family. To find puppy raisers, we advertise on local Facebook communities in the local area. At events that we go to, we have tables and information available. And sometimes it's word of mouth from the current puppy raisers that we already have. They pass on details, they see our current puppy raisers doing a great job, and they think, oh, so that's something maybe I could do. The best fit for a puppy raiser would be somebody that doesn't work. However, we have had puppy raisers come into the program that have had flexibility with their jobs and have been able to take a puppy into their place of work with them if the environment is safe and it works out for everybody involved. So we do have flexibility with the type of person and their lifestyle. The cost for a puppy raiser is $0. Alpha Bravo Canine fundraises continually through the year, so we actually provide no cost for our puppy raisers. All food, vets bills, medical bills, equipment, things like crates, everything is provided by our organization. As a puppy raiser, you would have support 24/7. Jennifer Green, the
All right,
director
we're
of
good.
training, and
Is
myself.
that is that for people to help raise the dog before
Yeah,
delivering
puppy.
it to the final recipient?
Yeah, so the puppy
Like a
raisers.
foster.
Yeah, their
Okay.
job is like to kind of shuffle the dog around, or
It's like to start the training too, I guess. Get
Yeah.
like a little runway going.
no, it's like all the training.
Okay.
I mean, you have to keep up with it after you get the dog, but like, say they'll train dogs for specific people, so
Got
they
it.
kind of have to like. It's a long process. Like, there's.
No, that's a
I think
commitment.
there's someone that's been waiting for a dog for like 2 years now. Is the longest person that's waiting right now.
Damn.
But it's really cool to see all of them. Like, they're really really great people, really great. So that's what we're doing. You can do your thing though.
Dude, I'm down
You down for some dog food?
to cross pollinate, bro. We'll do a little bit of both.
Yeah, dude.
The dog food's easy.
We should ask for people to subscribe on that.
Yeah.
That note.
Come on, guys.
That's like, dude, seriously, we're doing it for these dogs out
Do it
here
for the
It's
dogs.
for the pups.
For the
and the
vets.
veterans
Yeah.
and Tyler's veteran team,
His veteran team.
veteran operated.
Veteran employed.
Technically not advertised,
So yeah, you asked. It's fair, dude.
Yeah, I was
We
just
will-
curious. Like, is that,
I don't know.
25% veteran operated.
25%. Well, then technically you should be flying 25% Chinese flag off it.
Yeah.
I got the flag off the back of the truck, bro.
Dude, you do have
red
it.
flag,
And
man.
what kind of car do you have?
It's Tacoma.
Close. That's pretty close to China, Gilmore.
It's just right over the water.
It's in Japan. Japan.
Yapan.
Yeah, they didn't like the Chinese in Japan, though. I don't know how they feel about them right now, though. Obviously pretty good if they let one of them drive their car.
Yeah. Maybe feelings have changed.
And on that note, subscribe. Tyler Howe's got your mortgages. He'll get them done. The dude's really busy, but he's not too busy. Is that safe to say?
That's safe to say, bro.
He's got the team.
Yeah.
And they're ready for you,
Let's do it.
right? And we got Gilmore over here.
You feel me?
Tobar Gilmar.
We out here doing
Tobar
it.
Gilmore.
Yeah, we out here doing it.
Andrew Man. Rambo. We're out.